Hello, hello. Welcome to the replay. My name is Hallie Sherman. I'm a speech-language pathologist and author of the blog speechtimefun, and I am here to share with you some quick tips and tricks on how to work on character traits today. Normally, I will be periscoping live on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, this week changed it up and had to do it on a Thursday due to just my daughter was sick, and it just didn't work out last night. So here I am tonight. Didn't want to miss a week. Hello, Jenna. How are you? Hi. Hello, everyone. Hi. Okay, I'm going to flip it around. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. We're almost at Friday. I'm so excited. I don't know about you, but I am. So I'm going to share with you some things that I do in my therapy room to work on character traits. Why do I work on character traits? Isn't that something that usually classroom teachers do? Yes. However, obviously there's vocabulary involved, higher level thinking involved. So there's a lot of different ways that our kids could struggle. And there's ways that we can work on it since we have some different strategies than a classroom teacher would. One, obviously, factor is vocabulary. Where kids have a weak vocabulary, they're going to struggle with character traits. So one thing I use a lot of shades of meaning. I use a lot of sorting activities, using good versus bad words. I do nice words versus mean words. We do a lot of role playing to act out the different shades of meaning, which is a little bit stronger of a word, which is not so strong. So those are all just some different things that I work on to build those vocabulary words. Let me show you some things. Okay, so after we sort some words, I have them come up with words that describe themselves. So I don't know if you saw me post this on Instagram. Give a emoticon hands up if you saw this on Instagram. Hi. Okay, so this is a little cutout that I found from Lakeshore Learning, but a lot of times, a lot of my teachers donate, leftover activities or products like this that they are done using. If a full class, if they bought 30 and they only need 24, they always hand them over to me, which is awesome. So, yay, awesome. Some people saw this. That's great, yay. Okay, so what I had my students do is come up with character traits that describe them. So we came up with different words, and this helped them. If they came up with words for themselves, we also then worked on, okay, no more good. Stop saying to me that you're nice. Give me real examples. And they came up with different things that they do during the day. Okay, I like to play basketball. Okay, so if you could play basketball, what's a word to describe someone that can play basketball? We came up with, okay, that person could be athletic. So another student said, oh, my favorite special is art. So if you like art, you could be creative, you could be talented. We came up with different words. We even used the thesaurus. Thesaurus.com is fantastic. You don't even need the handheld book. Instead of, they typed in different words and found other words that could be used for that word. So the synonyms, there we go. Okay, so after we came up with words themselves, we sort out, okay, what are words describe our inside versus our outside? So on the other side, we wrote what we were wearing, or our hair color, our eye color, how tall we are. So that's another thing, because a lot of students will say, oh, Shrek is green. Well, that's not his character trait. Yes, it's his trait, but not his character trait. So this was something we do on one side. Their inside words. Oh, thank you, Jenna. Another side, their outside words. That's one thing we work on to help them understand. And another, if I didn't have one of these, I would even use a paper over, and they can even draw a picture of themselves and then flip it over, and then their inside words would be to describe them. So another thing that my students struggle with is, okay, fine, they understand now some words, they understand the different shades of meaning of the words. Now, how do I use that in a story? Well, I start out with, let's pick some movies. Okay, well, I always use Shrek, Finding Nemo, Harry Potter, all those popular movies that I know they must have seen or at least heard of. Home Alone, they all love. So we come up with, the different characters. Okay, well, I know the classroom teachers, they like to say, okay, come up with a word, now find your evidence. My kids can't do that. So what I like to teach them is come up with your evidence and then come find a word that can go with that evidence. So one thing we did that for ourselves first. So here you can see, it's what I think I posted on Instagram today. We took a word and then picked different instances in our life that can make us be that word. So that's something we've done. You want to take a screenshot, feel free, whatever. But I posted this on Instagram, and it'll be all on my blog tomorrow. But that's something we do to help understand that there's an event, and then there's a word that could be characterized with that event. And then also, after they do it about themselves, take the characters. You can even play. You could come up with the ones yourself, or they can show them the model, and they could do it themselves. Give them the word. Give them the evidence from the movie. Can they guess the character? Who was courageous? He rescued the princess. He walked over a bridge over lava. He was the champion of Lord Farquaad's contest, and he fought a dragon. Who am I? It was Shrek. They can all guess that. That's something they can do to guess. Okay, there's events. There's a word. Which one could go with it? And obviously now the hot topic is the Powerball. Now obviously it's over, but I know people are doing a whole bunch of different activities to bring that in since kids seem to be aware of it. Here you go. How would someone be greedy act? Different ways to bring in the Powerball, something that's motivating and in their life right now. How would they act? What would you do? Which word would describe you? What would you do with that money? Thank you. Right? It's just, they're so motivated. That's all they want to talk about. So, while you're doing your whole what would you do ifs kind of situations and bring in those, create, your dream house if you won the Powerball. Also come up with some character traits that would describe you if you had the money. Why not, right? They're motivated. There you go. So those are some tricks that I like to use in my therapy room to work on character traits to make it speech-like so it's not so, tutoring type things. Work on the vocabulary, teach them the synonyms, teach them shades of meaning, teach them inside versus outside words, good versus bad words. Teach them that there's events that happen that lead to coming up with that vocabulary word. Those are different things that I like to do in my therapy room. It's been effective. They've been able to carry that skill over into the classroom, which is key. I always tell my teachers, oh, this is the strategy that I'm using. So if they struggle, remind them of this strategy. That's always key. Tell the classroom teachers what you are doing. And those were some of my quick tips and tricks for this week. Obviously, it's Thursday and not Wednesday, but that is okay. We don't mind. Again, my name is Hallie Sherman. I was trying to make it quick today because it is my quick tips. Oh, you're welcome. Yay. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for joining in. Give me a smiley or something if this is your first time or something, and I hope to see you again next week. Oh, you're welcome, Elizabeth. I'm so glad you find this useful. I hope you can try these things tomorrow. It didn't involve any purchasing of anything. Just take a piece of paper, take a pen, sort some words out, take thesaurus.com, anything. I will be posting on my blog tomorrow some storybooks that I love to use to work on character traits, just some of my favorite ones. I always like to just try it out with different books to get them used to seeing a text, coming up with the evidence, and then coming up with the word, an event, and a key event in the story. And there's so many other goals that you can work on in conjunction with that. But again, my name is Hallie Sherman, Speech Time Fun. Have a good night, everyone. Good. I think tomorrow's Friday. Yay. Bye-bye. Take care.